are the 4 things you should never do if you're involved in a car crash, assuming you're not at fault. Mistake number 1, not calling the police. When you're involved in a crash, maybe you need to get to work, maybe it's late at night, you just want to get home. A lot of times it's very convenient to call the police. You dial 911, they tell you it will be a while, it will be 30 minutes, it will be an hour, and the other person may be saying, I'm so sorry, and they say that 100 times. You feel bad for them, you recognize anyone could have made this mistake. The other person seems very honest. Maybe you think, oh, if that was me, I would feel terrible, and you're a great person, so you don't call the cops. Do you know what happens after that? That person is going to go home, and then they're gonna start thinking, oh my goodness, my car insurance bill is going up. Everything is getting more expensive. You know what? I'm just gonna change my story. So when you call their insurance company the next day, you're gonna hear a different version of the events. You're gonna hear how the other person said that you were the one at fault, and now you're the one paying for it. And even though you know that you're innocent, there is no way for you to prove you're innocent because you didn't have the cops come out and issue a police report with the other driver's statement. I get it. It's so awkward to sit there with the other person and try to hold them accountable. You don't want to be calling the cops. You don't want to be making a big scene saying, I don't trust you, sir. We should call the cops. We should get this documented. You don't want to do any of that. However, you have to do it. Just remember, car crashes are never convenient. But you know what gets really inconvenient? When the insurance company doesn't want to pay because you didn't call the cops. Mistake number 2. They don't call a lawyer. People don't call lawyers because they think lawyers are too expensive. You don't need any money to hire a car accident lawyer today. We only get paid if you get paid. We only take a percentage of your settlement at the end of the case if we get you a settlement. The insurance company will take care of everything. I mean, I'm in good hands. They're my neighbors. We've all seen the commercials, but I can tell you none of that is true. When you get involved in this process, they are not going to guide you. They're not gonna tell you what the law is. They're not gonna tell you what they owe you. They're not gonna tell you how do you protect your rights. Only a lawyer can tell you how you can protect yourself. I'm a great person. I don't want to sue somebody else. People who want to protect themselves so that later on they're not involved in some legal drama, those are the people who hire lawyers. And you know who are the first people who call my business right after a crash? It's other lawyers. Mistake number 3, they don't go to the doctor. When you make a claim with an insurance company and you allege that you're injured, they want proof. And the proof is not that your mom calls the insurance company and say, my kid is sick. The proof is that you go to the doctor, they have a nice medical record, and then you present that to the insurance company showing that you were so injured, you had to go see a doctor. A lot of people after a crash, they have all this adrenaline going on and they don't even feel hurt. Even worse, sometimes they feel a little bit hurt, but you don't know if this mild neck pain that you're having, you don't know if that's going to get worse. You don't know if you're going to have this neck pain for the rest of your life. A lot of my clients call me 3 months later and say, Lisandra, I was not worried 3 months ago when the crash happened because I thought it would be just like any other aches and pains that I wake up with in the morning. I thought this would be gone in a week. So I didn't make a big deal out of it, but 3 months later, now I'm getting worried because it's just not going away. Guess what happens in that case? The insurance company will not pay this client for her neck pain ever because she never documented it. And I get it. Again, it's inconvenient. It's time consuming. Maybe you miss time from school. Maybe you miss time from work because you're going to sit in some doctor's lobby for 30 minutes to be seen for like 5 minutes. However, if you don't take these steps, you may end up with this pain for the rest of your life. And the worst of it is that no one will pay you for these medical bills. Mistake number 4. They play the insurance company's game. After a crash, when you call the insurance company and you file a claim, what's the first thing they do? They assign an adjuster to investigate your claim, and the adjuster starts asking for documents to be signed. You may not understand why you're signing, but you still sign it. They offer you, let's say, $1,000. Perhaps you don't consult with a lawyer because you think, hey, wait a second, I didn't have $1,000 yesterday, and you're telling me that if I sign this piece of paper, you'll give me $1,000? But guess what? You didn't consult an attorney, so you really don't know what your case is worth. Something else people do is that they give the insurance company a recorded statement. Guess what they do in those recorded statements? They ask you all kinds of questions that are designed to get you. Never ever give the insurance company a recorded statement. This is the silly game that we play. We pay insurance, we hope they pay you when you need them, but it doesn't work like that. Insurance companies are not in the business of paying you. They're in the business of making money by selling you policies. In order to get them to pay you, you have to take the right steps. And just remember, insurance companies are not your neighbors and you're not in good hands.